do it in the 80s and the 90s, but the Lions have gone back to back to back to become the great.
So Hawthorn have done it. The first team in the 18-team competition to go back to back to back. They're three-peaters. They are remarkable.
Two, but not before he gets it away to Bradley. Bradley steadies on the right boot going in towards 50. Houghton takes the mark. Too far out to score. He's 60 metres out. Houghton has a look down towards Cooter territory. Cooter Fetty's at the back. Cooter wobbles, wobbles, goal. What a finish.
Beaumont pushing Gergic, little kick. McKay, Woden, crunch again. Silvani got the kick away onto the wing. Ratton from behind. Great work, Collins takes them on. Likewise, Fraser Brown. Fierce stuff, it's where he loves it. Ratton up to 50. Whitnell in front with him. Ingerson close to Favola. Was he held? Surely he was held. He was.
He's going to make a call on this before. Nicholson might not be able to play full back. You know, we're talking about getting him back there. He's now there. Some blokes get it as we look at that free kick. Definite free kick.
Oh, who's gone Fraser Brown? No one. He strolls in and kicks a goal. Blues back in front.
Way down, but Lappin's been busy early. Taverelli on the burst. Arches his back. Steady. 49 metres out. Wonderful stuff. Brilliant.
So Essendon are charging onto a grand final. A grand final they couldn't make last season. And the heartache is a thing of the past. Bombers are through. It'll be the Bombers and the Demons.
See the Bombers fly up, up to win the premiership.
Melbourne making a game of it would seem, in this third quarter. 3 points the difference from the MCG. Sunday footy. As the rematch of the grand final. Ramanauskas. Hurd.
Oh, clever.
Hurd! Need I say more?
Coming out of the goal square, good look, both leading targets.
Interesting throw in. Fletcher decides to go long. Hurd from the back. Can't get a sniff at the moment. Lucas, good pick up. He's away. Onto the left foot from 55. He goes for home. And he kicks the goal.
Ben Holland loose, so Wolsey down back, really covering the hole for Lloyd.
Hurd in for the first two centre bounces. There he goes.
Gets it again, goes to Lloyd, might find him here. Gasper, Rioli, Lloyd's kicked it. He's got 97. It's like last week. The big boys for the Tigers.
Got to take a little bit of a punt. Rawlings goes. Oh, Ramanauskas nearly took a specky. He gets it back and feeds the handball to Wellman. How about that passage of play? Ramanauskas!
Perfect. Brad Scott, who has been so good. He had the job on Hurd. Kicks the ball to centre wing. Wellman front spot, good mark. Lynch has had a terrific day. He kicks straight. He'd be one of the players of the match.
He would certainly be in line for the Norm Smith. He's had 7 marks, 10 possessions, kicked 2 goals for.
They've done it.
But he's got the ball in his hand, Bruce.
A bit of history here. Lee Matthews has been to the top of the mountain for a second time as coach. Once at Collingwood, and now he's done the impossible. Brisbane have won the premiership.
Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game.
With some run, kicks it back in towards Franco, another turnover, chance for Rocker, he can kick it from here, he loads up from 55, a thumping kick, he's kicked it, inspiring stuff from Anthony Rocker.
That was courage from Scotland. He did it without giving away the free. Lockyer, intricate kick. for Johnson, who's starting to give them something. Lucuria nowhere near as dominant as he has been. His 10th possession, though. Davis is away. Needed a kind bounce. Attacked it well. Shrugged it. Tackled nicely. Fraser worked well. Magpies. Batharis. He's got it. Power. Here's a go. Johnson with pace. Carrying it to half forward. Nick Davis. Fraser makes the lead. It's all over. The Brisbane Lions are premiers again. They have gone back to back in one of the most memorable grand finals in VFL AFL history. Now to Woden. Well done. Opportunities missed at either end. Cole a while ago. Burns and McGrath. Now Didak. Ever dangerous with the left. Big wind-up. Long ball. Brilliant kick. Magpies are in front. Burton's on over the top. So to Lucuria. And he misses. It's okay. Here it is. The Brisbane Lions have done it. The Hawks, the Bombers, the Crows. They couldn't do it in the 80s or the 90s. But the Lions have gone back to back to back.
We're the pride of South Australia, and we're known as the Adelaide Crows.
Down some space, and missed Goodwin. He snuck through the zone. Unfortunately for Adelaide, the kick missed him as well. Coming through was Shirley on Woden. Opened the door for Goodwin. Quick snap at goal. Bounces through. Kenny McGregor gets goal number 3.
Themselves further up the ground, Jace. Hopefully that's explained it well.
So rather than standing shoulder to shoulder, you just zone off a little bit and you just take the man that runs in your direction.
You do, that's right, rather than just trailing that guy in behind.
Van Berlo to McLeod. McGregor tries to get it back to Perry. He can dish it back to Thompson. Goes himself. Twists and turns. Perry on the left. Kicks the goal.
West Coast by 16. And they are into the grand final to take on the Sydney Swans next Saturday afternoon. At this time, no pressure on the boundary umpire this time. He got it right. Beautiful throw in. Copybook stuff. Edwards over the top. Riley and Bell industrious as ever. Out the back, Carr. Headland. And the Crows in numbers here. Bode quick to his feet. It's a live wire ball inside the 50. Bell getting back. Oh, it's very tough now for Parker. He stood up nicely, but in the end, numbers just about went out. He's kicked two like that. He's defied the odds. Fletcher takes the mark, can go to Hanson, and you'd think it's all over. You would think it's all over. It's all over now. An all-time classic at Amy Stadium. What a win by the West Coast Eagles, met almost by silence.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong, we're always on the ball.
So hard to penetrate, so they go short first, and now Ablett on the break. Just a careful kick. He must have crunched.
That's a telling kick. What a beautiful kick. Well done by Corns coming back. Gave a contest out there, knocked it away from Corey. Only the best players could have got a hand to that one. In it comes to the outside of the boot from Chapman, and he's put it through for a goal.
I just think a couple of times in this last quarter, Geelong have actually invited pressure when they haven't needed to.
Gee, Hodge is kicking.
Lonergan on the end of it. One-on-one. Steve Johnson's a good man to go for it.
50, surely.
Gee, Luke Hodge.
No, he won't be happy. When we saw Chance Bateman kick across goal in the last quarter, it cost them an easy one as Johnson plays on.
And kicks the goal.
Much of it. Up to 13 possessions now. Selwood, he's had 9. And they've been telling, make that 10, runs onto the loose ball, little chip over the top. Chapman, who missed that last goal, smothered. Campbell got a hand to it. It still goes 20 metres, taken by Mooney. All the time in the world to assessing the options. Good close down defence.
A memorable grand final. It's lived up to its hype. Franklin got it from Jude, dropped it to Crawford. A little soccer off the ground. Rioli and Enright. Taylor, Buddy runs him down. Hawthorn, the champions. The long wait for Crawford over.
When the Saints go marching in, when the Saints go marching in.
The umpires tonight, Rosebery, Meredith and Ryan. Kick comes in from Hayes, Montagna rather, long down towards full forward, fisted in front, Milne snaps the opening goal. Here to Montagna, always dangerous with the ball in his hands, goes to loop ball, dropping back is Revolt, it's in his ballpark, Ross Lyon willing this kick through. If he kicks it, you doubt St Kilda can lose. He's kicked it.
Burns, it hangs for Mooney, poking it in the rook direction, and he can go back, and he can have a shot, and surely any score will do it now.
Wonderful kick by Mooney.
It's over. The Cats. Vindication has arrived. They have won their second in 3 years. But what a fight it was.
A lot of pressure. If they play Collingwood next week, it won't be that easy.
Goddard could have gone to Fisher, but went more direct because Revolt's hot. It's falling for them now. Gardner runs in. Those Bulldogs heartbreaking all around the MCG.
Wilt has been terrific. Kicks outside the defensive 50. What a mark! Revolt.
That's one way of getting it out, Lee.
Yep. Yeah, trouble is he's about 50 metres from where they would like him now. They want him on the end of this kick.
Just a rolling huddle for St Kilda and Collingwood. Milne and Ben Johnson right down in the forward square for St Kilda.
Goddard the target. O'Brien.
Here we go, 1-1.
Hayes belting the ball forward. Johnson quickly off the mark. Milne at it best. Ball bouncing. Scores a level.
Oh, no.
What are you doing next week?
Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game.
Jams it on the boot, and it lands. No mark taken on the wing, and free kick for a high tackle to come back to Ball, who's on with it quickly. Side bottom, Collingwood now towards half forward. Davis, well done by Gaff. Davis at the back, off the beam, certain goal to Collingwood. Blair will kick it.
Pretty even on the stat sheet too. 51 possessions to Collingwood, 62 to Carlton.
Shaw to himself. Wellingham, once they get in the air, there's trouble. He played it pretty well, though, back to Shaw. 3 bounces through midfield. Good shepherd from Ball. Good kick towards half forward and Cloak. Back goes Medhurst. He should go long to Medhurst. Terrible kick, but side bottom read it superbly.
Often a missed kick ends up in the play of the forward because they're the one making the play.
Read it beautifully, and as the name suggests, no stranger to what angles. Side bottom comes in and kicks the goal. He was so cool earlier. The stakes so high. Ball throws it on the boots, and like Swan before him, he's kicked a magnificent goal out of that pocket.
Little give to Davis, who's starting to come into the game. To the wing. Nice delivery to Wellingham. To Jolly. He's got side bottom in support. Short down the line, and a solid mark taken by Cloak. Too far out to score. It's about 65 from goal. And there's a Brown lead, ignored. So Cloak loads up. It's a monster kick. It's coming back. He's made it easily. That is a monster. The clock has ticked over the 30-minute mark now. Shaw drives it as long as he possibly can. There it is! Beyond a shadow of a doubt, the Cats proved themselves as one of the greatest teams of the modern era. Premierships 07, 09 and now 2011. 3 and 5 years. A triple treat for a sensational football.
We are Geelong, the greatest team of all. We are Geelong, we're always on the ball.
Stokes, brave recovery. Hit hard earlier in the term. Kicks it down towards full forward. Big leap at the back from Hodge. Motlop arrives quickly. Flicks it over the top. Taylor is through. Taylor, the finesse, the finish, and the catch will be hard to catch.
Floating to centre half forward. Varco. Still with Varco. This to tie the match. He's missed. He's missed.
Get the hearse for the curse. It comes down towards Rioli. He'll mark and kick after the siren. I don't think the umpire has heard the siren. It's going. They've won. Hawthorn have won in a stunning game of football at the MCG. Hawthorn to the grand final. What a match. Here's Johnson. Gives it to Christensen. Little 1-2. Christensen looks towards the middle. Oh, wonderful kick. Now it opens up for Kelly. Just two pairs inside the forward 50. Long ball. Selwood won the battle of strength. Quickly onto the boot. It runs on and goes through for a goal. Mackey calling for it. He ignores that. Goes down to the kick-off line. Oh, my goodness. Dangerfield. The Pied Piper from the land of the pie floater. It's a confident man who goes for the 7-point play. Dangerfield again. Hasn't stopped working. But unfortunately, the season stops right there. Sydney are winners. They're into the grand.
Cheer, cheer the red and the white. Honour the name by day and by night.
O'Keefe, good hands. Gee, what a start by this young boy. Biggs kicks to centre wing. Bolton. Still Bolton. Well played, Jude. That's a better kick. 1-on-1. Lake and White. This will be interesting. White really handling him well and kicks the goal. Brilliant, Jude.
He's back on the wing. Oh, Chaplin. Treacherous stuff there. Went to ground. And Rowan knew it. He's got pace. He's a threat. He's still standing, Rowan. He's got the footy outside. And he can lay it off. Well done, Gary Rowan. Others went down. He didn't. And Towers puts it through for the Swans.
Still a chance, Cheddar. He likes these. Gets it to work back. And it bounces kind of.
Got to thread the needle out here wide, looking for McGovern. Got hands on it, but it was in amongst three Sydney players, and this is the result of that. So Sydney on the counter-attack, here they go. Buddy Franklin's there, off hands, McLean fronts the goal. Got a good piece of it. They've kicked three in the open.
McLean will kick virtually on the siren. He misses, but they don't miss out. Their day, their year, their joy.
Emerges at the edge of the square. Martin, no free kick. It was on a knife's edge. He did it! So Revolt's got one. Buddy's got one at the other end. Rocky's got a couple. Brilliant from Rioli. Outside of the boot. Only Rioli can do that. Brilliant.
In a bit of a bind, and he just belts it forward. The interception here by Higgins. Rewalt looking to create a bit of a free there. Umpire alert to that. Butler, little handball. It just flicked off his hands now. The Tigers players everywhere. Spills through more around the body in the running goal.
So some confusion about who's doing the rucking. It has to be Rioli against Segler. Smith just waited for it. Here Woods, Lambert, Martin in an impossible position. Oh, no, it's not. It's Dusty.
To the 2018 Grand Final, a famous victory on the back of this man here.